action. Time to be professional. Welcome. Okay, so he's like a father figure for you, but you already told me he was your daddy. Anyways, he tells me he declines medically. He goes, I declined medically multiple times. I haven't had somebody do a double staircase in a while. He goes, decline medically? We're fine. Decline medically again? Okay, he shows me, I'm seeing him mostly sitting. At least you're not boring, right? Sorry, I didn't think my stuff was going through. She's like, and here's how he died. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't tell me that. And then he tells me, because of the way he declined medically, I feel like toward the end we had a hard time getting around. I'm really like rubbing my legs. I feel like my legs are sore. I have a hard time getting around on them. So I feel like we have a hard time getting around toward the end of our life, or we end up definitely declining in a medical way. Okay, let me see some other things here. He doesn't seem to be in any, like, big despair. I think we knew he was about to pass right before that he did. I think that we... I feel like I have more time with him than I thought, but I'm, like, waiting for it to happen. Like, let's say you have a... I can't tell if it's, like, a cancer. If we're trending today, it's cancer. But it almost seems like... It's like a bad heart, but there's nothing you can really go in and do. So you're almost like impending it, and then like, or it could even be a cancer, like you live with it for a really quite a long time, and then she says cancer, right? And you live with it for a long time and everything seems really good. You're like, wow, how are we looking so great with stage 3, cancer here? And then all of a sudden, like within the 3 months time, it's decline. And so then he also says, he goes, maybe you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Or let's say, here's how I feel. I feel that didn't get a chance to say goodbye symbol, but what I'm saying is, like, let's say he just needed so much at the end. You're like, okay, I can be here, and I can be here on Wednesday, and this, and that, and, like, you had to incorporate it so quickly, you almost didn't even have time to incorporate anything because he ends up passing. So don't feel like you didn't get a chance to do enough, okay? It's not about you didn't get a chance to do enough. I feel it couldn't have just been you taking care of him or coming in and out. Somebody else must have had to have some sort of medical grips on him, because he tells me the declining right at the end, changing colors, all that good stuff. But then he also shows me a hospital bed. He shows me a hand. He doesn't make me feel like we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Maybe I feel like his hand is cold, and I feel like someone says he's okay. Someone tells him he can go. Even if it's you before he ends up passing, something about like you feeling like you didn't get to say goodbye, and he gets you on a technicality because you did. And she goes, oh my God, me. So I need to tell you that he knows you were the one holding his hand, telling him he could go. You wished you could have been there more. Of course, there's a million things you could have done better, but that's not real life. Real life is you did everything you could. You were there when you needed to be. You held his hand. You told him he could go. Hold on. I gotta drag the puzzle. Oops. Oh, I stared at that too hard. My eyes started watering. Okay, you held his hand. You told him he could go, and he says, I hear you. I hear you. And you just told me, you said, I took his thumbprint as he took his last breath and said, it's okay to go, Daddy. And literally, he knows of it. And he talks about his hands, and you're literally taking his thumbprint during his last breath. He knows of everything. And then he gets a little choked up, and he I don't know if you put it on a necklace or what you did, but he makes you feel like you keep it sacred to your heart, and he loves that you took his thumbprint, and he loves that you were there, and he's completely aware of what had happened and that interaction. You had it tattooed. He goes, she keeps it close to her heart. She never takes it off. It's tattooed. He loves what you did with it. He loves what you did with the thumbprint. Absolutely. He can see everything. You are the whole reason he passed peacefully. He loves you, not a doubt in my mind. Mwah. Love your daddy. He is a great communicator, and you always can hear his sarcastic remarks in the back of your head when you want them the least. So nothing has changed, lady. Nothing has changed. Love you.